This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Here are 15 stories that we're following today. It's January 29th, 2024. First, the markets are relatively flat this morning with the S&P and the NASDAQ a little bit up, the Dow a little bit down, but generally flat as people try and figure out what's going to go on after a couple great weeks in the markets. Second, the markets are overall up year to date with the NASDAQ up the most and the S&P then the Dow. Third, Google/Alphabet's up 10% year to date. Amazon's up almost 5% year to date, about 4.8% year to date. Fourth, and we'll have a separate podcast on this, the big payers are flat to down so far this year. United Healthcare is down 4.42%. CVS is down 7.55%. Centene is flat. Humana, which is big into Medicare Advantage, is down 21% year to date. Cigna Healthcare is flat. Fifth story, Microsoft up about 7.4% year to date. It again has taken the lead from Apple in the country's largest market cap stock. Sixth, Apple is flat thus far this year. It was down originally, now doing okay. Seventh, a great story in Yahoo Finance on how a complex Medicare Advantage is left. Humana scrambling to start 2024. Again, as we mentioned a moment ago, they're down 21% year to date. Eighth, Reddit. And I really don't understand Reddit that well, but it's looking to do an IPO at about $5 billion or somewhere near that. I still haven't watched the GameStop movie, which really talked about Reddit a lot. Ninth, Evergrande, the huge Chinese real estate company, is set for liquidation as the Chinese property crisis drags on. I think that's going to go on for a long time as China had really inflated their sort of economy with lots of debt and now finds itself catching up to that. Sort of a scary story for the United States. 10th, Intel Corp down about 11% year to date. 11th, it's Kansas City versus San Francisco in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, amazing quarterback. Brock Purdy starting to show amazing stuff as well. I think people are probably thrilled to hear less about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but not everybody feels that way. 12th, we're working to update the second edition of Blocking and Tackling, 60 Keys to Building a Business and Managing Money. I'm so thankful to the many people that have bought that so far. It's available on Amazon. Thank you so much, and thank you for the warm words from so many close colleagues. 13th, thrilled to get a chance to visit with Munjal Shah today of Hippocratic AI, funded by Andreessen Horowitz, General Catalyst. Fascinating what they are doing. Finally, 14th, very excited to give a talk at the Federation of American Hospitals annual meeting. Fantastic. And finally, 15th, listen to the podcast we did recently. Great leaders bring out the best in others at Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. A lot of fun. Thank you so much for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.